Welcome to Celebrate a Sister podcast. I'm your host, Emma Walkinshaw. I'm a transformational coach. I'm also the founder of Embody Me program and the creator of 21 Minutes of Morning Magic. You may also find me on the yoga mat leading yoga sessions and also running retreats here in Australia and internationally. Here on the podcast, I bring you some pretty incredible guests. We talk all things self-belief, body acceptance, personal development, outdated beauty standards, and we also call BS on the toxic diet culture, accepting the beautiful bodies we were born into, letting go of all the beliefs, and raising our self-awareness. I also come to you from time to time with a little solo episode, a little Life According to Emma moment. I'm so glad you're here. Enjoy. Welcome to this week's podcast of Celebrate a Sister. I am so happy you're here. Hello, hello. This week's podcast is a bit of a book review. I listened to Be Your Future Self Now by Dr. Benjamin Hardy. It truly is an exceptional book. I will admit, though, I was a little bit off-put by the title of the book, purely because at the moment I feel like I've heard so many influencers on social media or people in the coaching world, or this catchphrase, which is, your future self will thank you. Do this because your future self will thank you. And I kind of did it. I used to do a bit of an eye roll when I heard that. However, listening to this book, Dr. Benjamin Hardy certainly puts meaning to this and really had it land for me. So I'm going to give you a few of the takeaways that I took from this book that was really, really helpful, and I must say has kept me somewhat on track. So the first thing that he talks about, or one of the first things he talks about, is how in the past psychology has said that our past determines our future. What's happened in our past determines our future actions. Where that has actually now been proven that it's not the case, it's our future self, our visualization of who we see ourselves in the future determines the actions we take today. So thinking through that, he talks about the importance of putting some time aside to think about who you want to be and where you want to be in 6 months' time, 1 year's time, 5 years, and 10 years' time. He also has a great case study in there where he talks about the YouTube success Mr. Beast and how he pinned himself in the future. And he actually did a video of himself in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years. And those 3 videos have already been released. He's seen himself as 6 months, 1 year, 5 year. The 10-year one is yet to come. But it's actually quite inspirational to hear this young man talking about where he wants to be, speaking from his future self. So I love this, but make no mistake, I found it actually quite challenging sitting and thinking about and feeling into, what do I want in 6 months' time? What do I want in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? He does also break it down and give a great tool, and he says that just making 3 points where you want to be in 6 months and then 1 year is really, really helpful. He talked about study that they did on a company that had 12 goals that they wanted to focus on. So they pinned themselves in the future and they had 12 key items that they want to have achieved. He said they didn't get there because it was too many. He said, just really, really break it down. So I have broken my 3 goals down for the next 6 months. And the first one is to renovate our house to the best of my ability, because this is a wealth creating activity. So thinking about our renovation at the moment, I am choosing to make this my project because I know my future self will thank me if I've taken the time and ensured that this renovation has stayed on budget and I have done justice for the house, because the choice around renovating the house we thought to ourselves, do we sell it or do we renovate it? And yes, we could have sold the house, but as we know, when you switch out houses, the amount you pay in stamp duty, we've decided to put that money into the house. So I kind of said, with this gorgeous house we already have, we're on the water, we're north facing, there's many things right, we're in a great street, and we could get just a little bit more juice for our squeeze. So we've decided to stay in this house and renovate it. But this year, this next 6 months, my future self needs me to take all of these little steps that ensures that this renovation is to the best of my ability. And of course, I've got a builder doing it. I'm not doing it myself, but I'm also having to make these decisions to maximize this property. The next goal that I have for my future self is to create and film an e-course. So right now I run Embody Me live. I've ran Clarity Catalyst. I have live retreats. We've got India next year in March 2025, and I do a lot of one-on-one coaching. However, I would really love to support my community with a beautiful e-course, filmed and written. So future Emma knows that in 6 months' time, she will have that e-course done. And by putting this goal up, I know that each day that I'm sitting at my computer, I'm taking time to make this my reality. The next thing that I had on my list for future Emma in 6 months is to walk 10,000 steps each day. And you would have laughed at me last night. We got to, I think it was 9 o'clock at night, and I was 500 steps off of my 10,000 for the day. So yep, I went outside and I did a lap and then got back, and I ended up getting to 11,000 steps. But knowing that that's my focus. And why is that my focus? Because 6 months' time, future Emma will say thank you for being active and moving your body. Also, my future self also will thank me, because when I take that step, those 10,000 steps, it has me in this beautiful place of marinating and percolating what this e-course is going to be. When I've got to make a decision about this renovation, the ideas drop in because I'm creating space. I try to take this walk at least 3 times a week without any headphones in. So I'm just with the dog, listening to nature, looking around, but not have any input coming in. I'm purely just being. So that was one thing that he talked about too, is eliminating distractions. So often our future self, we're all caught up in, yep, let's make this happen. Let's, push forward. But then we distract ourselves. We sometimes are doom scrolling. We are prioritizing other things. So if we can choose to eliminate distractions, this contributes to our growth and our success. He also talked about, in this beautiful book, embracing uncertainty, knowing that yes, you can pin your future self. I can have these goals of renovating the house, creating the mini e-course, and also walking my steps. But it's okay to embrace uncertainty, because one of my goals is with the renovating the house is to stay in budget. Maybe there's going to be some uncertainty and there's going to be a surprise, which can sometimes happen when you're renovating, but exploring how I can keep on track, be resilient, and also be okay with uncertainty. The other beautiful point that he brought up in the book too was we pin our future self out. I've got the 6 month goal where I'm going to be in 6 months. I've pinned my future self there. But when I look as far ahead to my 5-year Emma, I also have to have a strong game of growth. So if I think about where I want to be in 5 years' time, I need to commit to continuous personal and professional growth so I can actually get there. And I love the saying he says in the book. I'm not sure how he says it, but it felt like this for me. The Emma that was last week or last month, the Emma today knows more than the Emma did last week or last month. And that is who I want to be. I want to constantly be growing and moving forward so that Emma is smarter next week. Emma is more committed or more confident or more fearless or more courageous. Because I know that Emma that I've pinned in 5 years' time, right now, this Emma needs to work towards more confidence, managing my mindset, managing my self-talk, Because if the Emma today keeps the self-talk that potentially I have on some days, isn't going to get to the Emma I've pinned in 5 years' time. So that commitment to growth is just brilliant. So you're really thinking about, what self-improvement am I going to do? What does commitment to growth even look like? I think it's most definitely, I love taking a course. I love a good course, whether it be on personal development or whether it be learning a new skill around marketing, reading books or listening to books like I do, seeking a mentor. I do have a mentor in my life and I am committed to growth. And I know that the current mentor that I have, she may still be my mentor in 5 years' time, because I look at where she is and she is definitely where I want to be in 5 years' time. So thinking about your commitment to growth, what does that mean? Then the other little point that he brought up, which I really loved, which was leveraging your time. So thinking about the way that you manage time. And I think about, right now I'm recording this podcast, it's 12:30 in the day. I've done my 10,000 steps, which is great because it's that whole saying, eat your frogs. So if I'm really committed to this 10,000 steps, I'm glad today that I've done it by 12:30 so I can sit and work. Today, if I'm going to leverage my time, how am I going to fit in this personal growth? Or how am I going to fit in that little mini e-course that I've got sitting there that I know is going to help me with my marketing, or help me do a better podcast, or help me create the best e-course I can? So thinking about your time, how do I spend my time? Again, there is 1,000 distractions, isn't there? There is so many distractions. So being really diligent with how you do that, and that whole notion of what would your future self need you to do with your time today to get to where you want to go. The other point that he brings up is relationships. And look, we've heard this before. We've heard this 1,000 times where they say, who are the people that you spend the most time with? Who are that inner circle that you talk to and you spend time with? Are they the people that are going to be with you with your future self in 5 years' time? Are they the kind of person that is authentic, that is going to be happy for you, that is going to be your cheerleader, but also supports that part of you that wants to grow? Do they have wholesome conversations with you? I've tried really hard to eliminate gossiping. I won't lie. Every now and again I do slip up. I definitely slip up. But when I get with my friends, and my friends who are passionate about life, on track, authentic, and doing what they love, I find there's never a need to gossip about anyone or anything, because we are so lit up by life, and they're the friends I love to be. So thinking about the relationships around you right now, are they supporting that future you, the one in 6 months' time, the one in 1 year, the one in 5 years? Our people around us, I believe, are so, so important. Our connections and the supportiveness of them helps us go far. Then the other tip that he talked about, which I loved, was acting with purpose. Looking at purpose and intent in everything you do. Aligning your daily actions with your long-term goals. Does this align with your values? Ensuring that each step that you take brings you closer to your future self. And so those quick little questions, this morning, my future self wants to be doing 10,000 steps a day. So this morning, my future self drew me towards getting out there and pounding the footpath. I've done a little bit on the house renovation today, looking at the budget. And of course, the e-course is also in percolation, where I'm going to be in 6 months' time. So I hope this has been helpful. And I hope it's got you thinking about yourself in 6 months' time or 1 year. The recent workshop with my beautiful ladies in the Embody Me program, we actually did this. We actually talked about our future selves and where we're going to be. And all of the women, I believe, I think most of them listened or read the book Future Self. And it had, a couple of them said to me, oh my gosh, I can't stop listening. It's so awesome. So thinking about your future self, where do you see yourself in 6 months' time? Only choose 3 goals. Where do you see yourself in 1 year time, and where do you see yourself in 5 years time? It's not easy. It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of reflection, but it's well worth doing it because, as the saying goes, your future self will thank you. Thanks, beautiful. Thanks for listening. If this triggered any little thoughts in your mind that you would love to discuss or chat, please send me an email. Also, I would really love a review. I would love to reach as many women as I can. So if you know anyone that would really enjoy listening to the podcast, please share it with them. And I'd really appreciate a review on either Apple or Spotify. That would be really, really helpful. Go forth and have a beautiful day, my friend. March 2025 Wholehearted Retreats are returning to India. Yes, that's right. Yogi Louie and I are taking another journey to this beautiful motherland. And this is an invitation for you to join us. We travel through the Golden Triangle. We visit the amazing Jaipur. We then go on to Agra, to Rishikesh, and we come in and out of Delhi, the capital of India. Such a fabulous country. The sights and sounds, the sensations are truly awe-inspiring. This is not just a trip to India. We also do some beautiful yoga, some personal development workshops. It really is a whole-rounded trip of personal growth, transformation, adventure, joy. If you love a good belly laugh, you are with like-minded women who love life and love to explore. So yes, this is your invitation, my friend. Come to India, come and join us. It will be the trip of a lifetime.